Well, I'm still a little sick, so I'm probably going to sound kind of stuffed up, but I did want to talk about and make a video on this because I thought it was really cool. It is the classic, I guess they call it the Batman Classic TV series Batmobile, but it's the 1966 Batmobile, the 60s Adam West Batmobile, which is really iconic. I love that car. It's so fun. Yes, it's really random. It's not the classic style of Batmobile that you'd normally see or that we've gotten used to from like the Tim Burton age or the 90s Batman from the animated series or even Justice League or any of that. But it's just such a really fun car. I didn't know what this was based off of. It's actually based off of the 1955 Lincoln Futura, I believe, concept car. So that's really neat. Never knew that when I looked it up, but I thought it was cool. And I've always thought Adam West is really, really fun. I know he got a lot of love because a few years ago, I believe, maybe it was 2 or more, I don't remember, he passed away. Maybe it was like 5 years ago. It just, time flies. But, you know, he was kind of known as the bright knight of Batman. He was just a fun, happy-go-loving Batman that I think is just a really classic guy. And I thought it'd be fun to get into this. Now, before we hop into it, I did want to say that I am actually using some of Jill's background stuff here. I like Monster High. I think it's cool anyway, so it's a nice aesthetic, as the kids say on the TikToks.
Show the comic behind you.
Oh, yes, I have up our 60s Batman comics. And then I was going to also say that I am wearing two pieces of jewelry from Enchanting Glamour. So if you're interested in checking that out, my wife Jill makes these. I think they're very, very high quality, very cool stuff. We go and pick out all the materials ourselves and work pretty hard on that, so I hope you'll check that out. And also, speaking of my wife, this is her desk and her stuff because she has her own review channel, Magical Jill, which is in the description down below, where she reviews toys and stuff as well. So check that out if you're interested. I think it's very fun. I'm in a lot of those videos, but let's hop into it and review the classic Batmobile. So I'm going to dump out bag 1 and get started. I do want to say, and I'm always going to complain about this, the LEGO enthusiasts hate me for complaining about this. You should thank me because we deserve printed pieces again. I'm very tired of stickers. I have like mild hyperhidrosis with my hands, so I ruin these. And honestly, I can never get them on straight, and it pisses me off because I have OCD. So like there are certain times where like I just can't put these on, or like I have to use special tools to try and put them on. These things have partially ruined Legos for me. I will never stop ranting about them whenever I find them, so.
The Minecraft Legos have a lot of the pieces printed on for some reason though, which is why I love the Minecraft ones.
See, and the world needs more Minecraft Legos. In a world of classic Batmobile Legos, be a Minecraft Lego set.
I agree.
So we'll do a little turntable stuff too with all of this, but I think the 60s Adam West Lego minifigure is super cool, and I'm sure we'll show a better angle of it, but it's really awesome. I had a hard time getting the Batarang into his hands, but I always have a hard time with the hand accessories. I guess other people don't, so maybe that's just a me thing, but we'll start building the car. So the first thing they have you build is this stand, which I guess the car is going to go on. I did want to show you something though. I'm not sure how well you can see it in the footage. I actually got a defective piece. I've never really seen this before. Once in a blue moon, I see like a missing piece. So if you want to see like a normal piece would look like this. It's like 2 little cylinders with a little divider in the middle. But this one has been printed weird where it's almost like it got smashed. Like almost as if someone had stomped on one of the cylinders. So because of that, you actually can't use this piece, or I can't use this piece in the set. I'm gonna have to use a different one. Luckily, I have a ton of these because I used to collect Bionicles. It was a super common piece in Bionicles. Please bring back Bionicles. But we'll keep going. That was just kind of annoying, but luckily I'm a weirdo who has Lego pieces that are extra everywhere. So we're on step 43. It's starting to look a little more like a car. I wanted to zoom ahead because I didn't want to just show you every single piece, but we'll keep trucking along. I can at least see this being a car wreck at this point, so I can see how it'll become one. So I have one tiny criticism of this, which is that, again, this is like probably an OCD thing that none of you will care about. These tiny little pieces here, let me show you. Let's see if I don't even know if I can take it off. I have like a few critiques on how this was built, but one of them is these. So instead of, oh, right, you can't see that. Instead of bothering to make like a longer one of these, right? They expect you to put two of them together here. If they are off, you can see that. So if they're not like perfectly lined up, it looks crooked, right? And my problem with that is that it's really hard to perfectly line these up because there's a lot of give in where you can put this, especially because the amount you have to push on the car body in order to put this on actually broke it before. Like it ended up kind of like pushing part of it off and I had to re-secure it. So that's not easy. I do like this set a lot overall so far. It is looking really cool, but there's just like little things putting it together that are kind of frustrating for me. So I finished the Cesar Romero Joker, which I love. One of my favorite things about this, by the way, I'll have to show you in the zoom in, is you can see his little mustache because he actually would put they'd have to put the facial makeup on over his mustache because he refused to shave his facial hair, which I still find really stupid and hilarious, but you know, it's a classic staple now at this point of that Joker is that he had facial hair under his white face makeup. Yeah, so I thought that was really funny that even the Lego minifigure preserves that. That is really funny. I'm shocked that they managed, or like that they thought to do that. They actually put a lot of thought into this, so I thought it was really fun. Yeah, it's really cool. They also gave Batman his eyebrows. That's true. I love those. It's really funny. So we're at this point now. It is again starting to resemble a car. I've been skipping ahead a little bit, and I had Jill actually put together a little bit of it too, but we're going to keep kind of trucking along. We're getting close to the end here, kind of. Just one bag left. You would have just put it all together yourself, but somebody in the background was like, can I please help pull it, please? I love Legos. Yeah, I know, but it's okay. You know, we have to deal with the help we can get here, and so in order to keep the help happy, sometimes I have to go along with their requests and demands. So the Batmobile is finally done. I'm actually going to take it probably off of this stand for the spin around. But it's cool. Like the stand is cool, and I might keep it on my shelf. I don't know, because I do like it, but we'll have to see. Because I do have other Lego cars I want to display. I do have a couple criticisms about this set. I think one of them had to be cut earlier, but one of them is that there's so many moving pieces in the construction of the actual set that I feel like it's really easy to mess them up. Like there were multiple points where I would accidentally miss a little step because of how many steps they combined into one in the directions, and they wouldn't show most of them, or they would put parts black on black. So if you look at this, there is, yes, some red. This set is almost entirely black with little gray pieces and other pieces built into the middle. And the thing with that is that when you get to places where it's like, hey, you need to put these pieces on and it's the same exact color, it looks so much the same that it's really easy to actually miss that and jump ahead. I had to go back like 3 pages twice because of that, where it was like a black piece on a black piece, but it was so small that I couldn't, like, I didn't notice it.
And the angles they give in the pictures of the car are pretty bad.
Yeah, so it's like my criticisms are more of like the fact that the directions are bad. I also think that on a conceptual level, and we're going to be showing the car on the turntable too, but I think on a conceptual level, it's great. I love that you actually have the movement of the back part of the car where you can kind of angle these out however you want. That's really awesome. I really like that a lot, and I think it's really cool. However, even though there's some really cool features on here, like for example, they did do printed on bat logos for the wheels, which is great. Thank you for not making those stickers. I still don't see the point of why there were so many other sticker pieces. I think that easily could have been rectified by just printing them. And Lego basically prints so much money that I don't see why they couldn't do that. I also think that when you're looking at this set in general, I don't get why we brought the Joker in. And if we were going to, why didn't we also have the Burt Ward Robin? I mean, the Adam West Batman is obviously almost always paired up and synonymous with the Burt Ward Robin. And I think that's really cool, right? He was like a huge part of the TV history of that show. And it's unfortunate to me that because of the price range of this, I believe, they didn't include a third minifigure. Lego is like way too strict with that. Like battle packs and stuff like that, they'll include multiple minifigures, but a lot of times with sets, if they're in certain price ranges, they won't include more than 1 or 2 minifigures until like the price range keeps going up because of people like me who collect minifigures. So they want to kind of, I don't know, make them more exclusive, like rare. I don't really think though that this was the place to do that. I feel like if you're trying to respect the TV history of the 60s Batman, you got to have the Burt Ward Robin there. Like that's just not optional in my opinion. I'm not sure if he's in another set, but he really should have been here. Overall, I think it's super cool. I love it. I love like the features on it. I love like all the little, even though I complain about the decals, I love how they look. And I also love the minifigures. I love the Adam West Batman and obviously the Romero Joker. I just think that if you're going to include Joker, you got to include Robin too, because Batman's already here. I'm glad Joker's here, so when I say that, I don't mean like get rid of him. I just mean why not put both of them in here if that's the goal. I think it's really cool. They actually do fit in here pretty well. Like you can sit them down in the car, and that's great. And I will show that off too. But for me, oh, that's right. You probably want to take the batarang out of his hand. For me, I think I'm going to have like a little shelf of the Lego cars that I have, and I'm going to display them probably with the driver in front of the car, so I probably won't display them like that.
Did you show that the trunk opens?
But it is really cool. And yeah, also the trunk does open, which is neat. Like there's a lot of moving pieces on this. I think I showed it when I was making it, but you can store your batarangs or whatever in the trunk, which is really cool. So overall, it's a high quality set, especially for something so small. I really like it. And even though it's not in this line, it reminds me a lot of like the Lego Speed line, where I think they've been doing a really good job with their car vehicles and stuff and making them more detailed and interesting, especially for relatively cheap compared to some sets. So I really like it. So yeah, overall, I really love this set. I love everything it came with, and I think it's super cool. I like these celebrations of the different eras of Batman, and also just of the different, vehicles as well. So the Lego vehicles are some of my favorite sets ever.
Except the stand kind of sucks because the car keeps tilting.
Yeah, the stand's not perfect. I just don't think I'll use the stand, but maybe other people were more fond of it than me. I don't really know. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Please be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed this, subscribe for more content, and of course, I've got some things I want you to check out. I mean, like, it's not free here. You gotta listen to me talk. Brilliant, beautiful, wonderful things over on enchantingglamour.com, like this necklace and this bracelet. Also, comic book resin pieces from repurposed comic books that were being thrown out or gotten rid of in our local area that Jill has made, so we appreciate you very much. Hope you'll check that out as well. Also, Magical Jill, that's her channel where she reviews a lot of toys, kind of like this. And, oh yes, Degenerate Plays, our Let's Play channel. We hope to see you over there. Have a fantastic day, and as always, everyone, stay shui, and I'm hoping not to be sick next time I talk to you. Bye.